So, Sudan is at the moment suffering the world's biggest, deepest, longest, widest, most dreadful humanitarian crisis. There are up to 1 million people in Sudan facing famine. Half the population is in need of emergency assistance. The humanitarian efforts are, frankly, pitiful compared to what is needed. The UN's appeal is just about a quarter funded. Both parties are using food as a weapon. By far the most effective mechanism for assisting the Sudanese is direct cash transfers to Sudanese citizens, to community groups, to the emergency response rooms. But that is not being done at anything like the scale that is needed. And until there is the beginnings of some negotiated agreement for allowing humanitarian aid in, until humanitarian donors directly aiding the Sudanese people, this disaster, this mass starvation is set to continue. In the longer term, the rehabilitation of Sudan is going to need the empowerment of the Sudanese people at a scale that has not happened before. It will require the rebuilding of Sudanese society infrastructure, really from the ground up. It will require addressing the massive problem of the accumulated debt. It will require dismantling the kleptocratic, military-dominated economy, the way in which the army generals and the RSF in particular have got their hands, their claws into the most profitable sectors. All these need to be done if Sudan is to achieve peace. So the United States has shown no real interest in the rights and needs of the Sudanese people. The cutting of USAID had a devastating impact on the humanitarian assistance that the ordinary Sudanese people need. That said, what Secretary of State Marco Rubio has done is something that needed to be done at the beginning of the war and the Biden administration failed to do, which is to bring together the key Arab power brokers, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, to begin working on a peace process. So that is the key first step, but it is only a first step, and we do not see much sign that the US has got the diplomatic capacity, the stamina, the attention to detail, really the political will to see this through. And they've taken the first step, but not much more than that. So the US has very little immediate commercial economic interest in Sudan. And the reason for that is that Sudan has been under American economic sanctions for so many decades. So it's not likely that Sudan can offer anything to the United States as a commercial deal to incentivize a peace process. The Arab powers that have security and commercial interests in Sudan. And if they can come together and bridge their differences and can then leverage the United States, then there is a possibility of a self-interested, driven, commercial style peace deal being on the table. Until that happens, I'm afraid it seems likely that Sudan will remain orphaned in the Trump administration's peace efforts.